documentation that they did complete the scan and when they did it.
And it's going to do email too, doesn't it?
No.
We
took that piece.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. In the database, there's a listing of usernames and
well, hang on. Let's,
yes.
Can we start on that?
We'd have to open a different browser and have me log in.
That's what I was about to do.
Cool. HTTPS. Note that it's HTTPS. It's a secure SSL server.
You need that for NetBadge.
You need that for NetBadge. And something I ran into when people started actually doing a process that I hadn't really thought of is that if they were working from off grounds, they had to log into the UVA Anywhere VPN in order to connect to this server.
That's not true at all.
It's not true of all servers. It's true of mine. Let's see. Now, if you are an administrator,
well, you know it first. It says he's already done it. So, and that's what I would see if I visited it again.
But naturally, if I'm going to make other people do this, I have to be the first one to complete it. So I did.
You weren't lying. You really did do it.
Oh, I really did.
Good job.
Because
the right audience to say yes. And Michael Bell.
Because they're here. Yes, I did. No, I actually did. Because I've been set up in the database as an administrator, I have an extra option here where I can look at all users and see this is actual data. Did I click on
yeah, just let it run.
Okay.
It's a little slow because you got so many in there now.
I'm in
and it's doing it out that look up on all of them.
Yep.
There you go.
All right, so it finds all the users, their name, and the date that they completed it, and tells me the percentage complete, which is very handy. Now, my boss is also an administrator, so he can pull this up, and he can click on Save in Excel file format, and he can process that Excel file however he wants to get maybe a list of people that haven't done it, and then use the computing ID to generate an email to all those people. Next, I'm showing how the whole thing.
First of all, I was just wondering what questions you have. There's not much to this app.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, but I think, you know, what Mark has been saying the last few collectives is that you guys build something that you can leverage. You know, other people within the LC community could easily tweak this and leverage it for their purposes. So it's good that it's easy because, you know, like you were talking about, you could put any text in that area.
Yeah.
And the functionality is what's important then.
Mm-hmm. So as long as you have a place where you can put some PHP,
I'll go over the requirements. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then I should tell it.
Okay. All right. I'm going to send you the right one.
Really good radio.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard.
You send that an email, though?
Yeah.
Okay, we just use yours.
Yeah. No, it's a single installation thing right now. This is not set up to be a multi-project thing, but you can install it as many times as you want.
Yeah.
So,
For instances.
I'm a unit scale, you know. Yeah, you can.
Well, I mean, you need one directory for each installation.
Yeah, I didn't set it up to be it. And I mean, if there's enough interest, potentially I could consider changing the scope of it, but right now it was just meant to be a self-contained thing. So this is like version 1.0 and just see if there's interest in it.
I was just wondering if you could, within that installation, add different pages and then just different.
It's not set up to do that right now. It's expecting one database with some tables with specific names. So, yeah.
I require a previous requirement.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's part of our initiative.
Uh-huh.
So that we yearly on an annual basis, they're going to do training, online training, and things like that. We're also going to do the identity finder and stuff like that. So could you set it up so that you said, okay, I completed this one, but I hadn't completed this one?
It doesn't have that flexibility built into it right now. Yeah.
Yeah. But I created this update and a space for remediation. And you could create an instance of it, in remediation or identity finder or whatever other project that you want that people do. I think that, well, with this system, since I require people to scan biannually at this point, after a certain time period, I cleared out the database. I reloaded with users because our users come and go, and so I want to keep that file updated. And so when I'm ready to send out an email saying you have to complete this, I upload new users into the database and then go from there. And you can, how do we do that? You can do a bulk, what do you call it? A bulk upload from the text file. Yeah.
And that's how he populated. That's right. So
Just a list of users.
Yeah, I have a
Coming those just taken out of that text.
well, I have a recurring faculty and staff email lists, and I just send a review command to Simpa, and it sends me back a list of all of the users, and I just use that to create a text file.
Say that again.
Okay.
So you get it?
Send a review command to Simpa.
Yeah, I have to do the owner reference.
You have to be.
Or I have to.
You have to be. Yeah, you have to be an owner to be able to do that. At first, I was contacting people that were the owners of the list, and then I said to my boss, "Hey, I really need to have this authorization to be able to simplify this process." And so I was added as an owner of both of the lists, and I could send a review command, and I could get a long list of email addresses, and I just modify that, put it into a text file, which I upload into my MySQL database. And instructions for all of that are on the page that Molly's got set up.
Right. So the easiest way, the source for this is publicly available with the instructions on how to set it up. So you can, I'll send this out later, but you can Google on Dark Molly GitHub. Dark Molly is my alias for like everything. And the second link under there is Dark Molly remediation. So for those of you who don't know anything about GitHub, I'll just let you know it's an online tool for doing management of version control for software. So this is just a free account I set up there, and I put my code up there, and people can use it. So this is one of my projects there. It's called remediation.
You have Dean and Vice President approval?
No.
Oh, okay.
We say no on that.
No, we use GitHub. So I'm a software engineer in Alderman Library, and I work on the new Virgo. It's been in production for a year and a half, but we still call it the new Virgo. And we use GitHub for version control there, but it's in a private GitHub account. So you will not find that if you go looking for it. But this is widely used in software engineering as a version control system. But one of the nice things it does is it displays my README file with all the instructions there so that you can figure out what you need to get up and running. So, as Mark was saying before I interrupted him, you need an Apache web server, and it needs to have PHP running on the web server, and PHP has to be configured to use MySQLi. Now, MySQLi is part of the MySQL native driver package, and it was not available until version 5.3 of PHP. So not every web server at UVA has it. The one that Mark was working on does.
The development server? The test server or development server that you were looking at? It doesn't have it?
Well, I was looking on my www.people.virginia.edu, and it does not have the most recent version of MySQL, or one that's new enough. Apparently, it's